Hi folks, welcome to my humble kitchen. Today I'm making some wild caught salmon with bulgur wheat and kale. And for the salmon, I'm going to be seasoning it, and I'm going to mix all together. Half a teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, oregano, paprika, cumin, and kosher salt. I'm going to mix this all together. And then I'm going to season the salmon, and I'm going to make the salmon in a brown sugar sauce, which I have 1 cup of brown sugar. In this pan, I'm going to add 1 cup of chicken broth. It's homemade chicken broth. And then I'm going to add bulgur wheat. I'm going to keep it on medium high to let it cook until the broth is absorbed. And then I'm going to add and stir in the kale and the seasoning from the salmon. I'm going to add it to the bulgur wheat. I'm going to add the seasoning to this and stir it, and we're going to have to let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, let it boil for 2 to 3 minutes, and then lower the heat to simmer and let it simmer. And once all the liquid evaporates, you turn off the heat, and then we will add the kale. I have 1 cup of kale. For the salmon, I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar on top of it to pack it down. And then when I cook it in the pan with a little bit of grapeseed oil, I'm going to add more brown sugar so it could have a little sauce to add to the salmon fish. Now I'm going to stir in the kale into this mixture. Make sure it's all incorporated. Since the liquid has been evaporated, I've lowered the heat, and then I added the kale, and I'm going to let it cook once the kale is wilted. And then I will set this aside. You can also have this as a salad. You can add some cucumbers and tomatoes, then add a vinaigrette, and it'll be good for a salad. I'm going to give this some color, so I'm going to shred some carrots and add it to this dish, and then mix it all together, and it will give it some color and some flavor. Here I'm going to cook the salmon skin side down to get the skin crispy. And then once the skin is crispy and I flip it over, I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar. So we let it get crispy for 4 to 5 minutes. Have it on medium heat. Here is my healthy dish of salmon and bulgur wheat. I hope you like this recipe and enjoy.